Hi friends, it's Mora Tippy and I am so excited because I am on my way to the airport to get on an airplane. And guess where I'm going? To Eretz Yisrael. I am so excited because this is the best place to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut, or the Independence Day of Israel. It is such a special place and there are so many fun things to do. Please come with me. Join me on this journey. It'll be so much fun. Okay, guys, we are finally here. That was such a long flight, but I am so excited to finally get to be back in Eretz Yisrael. Our first stop is Yerushalayim, to daven in the Kotel. The Kotel is a very special place in Israel. It is a small part of the wall of the Beis Hamikdash. Here, your prayers are so close to Hashem. I always come here to thank Hashem for a safe flight and to ask for anything I may need for my family, for me, or for friends. Come and join me and daven with me at the Kotel.
Welcome to the Kotel. This is our Kotel craft. We're going to decorate this beautiful Kotel. So, okay, let's see what I prepared for you. What I have. You can get some papers. You can use, let's see if we can show very well. Like some paper. Look what I have here. Matzah. We can get some leftover matzah. Here I have. For sure you have at home. I got carrots, like those cereal. You can get whatever you have in your house. So, you cut it in small squares, whatever, can be paper, cartolina, like whatever, plastic, if you have like even brown plastic bag, whatever you have in your house. You don't have to go buy anything special. So what we're going to do, we're going to use glue. So we're going to put, let's see, here, glue. And we're going to start to decorate. Look. Let's see. Here you are. So we start to decorate all our wall or Kotel Maravi. Here you are. So you see, and you cover the whole page. So look what I got for you. Here you are. Look how beautiful. And then you can put it in your wall. It's coming so pretty. Look at this. It's wonderful.
Wow, that was so special. I always love going to the Kotel. My next stop is the Shuk. The Shuk is a marketplace. I love going there for fruits, spices, yummy candies, and just to check out all the yummy food and stores that they have. Come with me. This is an experience you don't want to miss.
Hi everyone, welcome to the shuk. Let's make hummus together. I teach you how to make hummus. We take in 2 cans of chickpeas and we wash it in bowl and we put it in the blender. We take in a tahini, 1 cup of tahina. We're going to pour it on the blender. We take in half of cup water, 1 spoon of salt, and 5 spoons of lemon juice. I put everything together and we mix it. Now it's ready. I'm going to take it and we're going to decorate the plate. I like to put the hummus on the plate. Like that, to make like a hole in the middle. Yes, and to put olive oil, a little bit za'atar, sweet pepper, paprika. It's all ready to eat it with pita. I'm gonna eat pita with hummus. Yummy.
Oh, wow. I ate so much. I always do when I go to the shuk. That hummus was delicious. But you know what? It actually made me a little thirsty. I think I want some delicious fresh squeezed orange juice. And you know where you get the best fresh squeezed orange juice in Israel? In Jaffa. Come head with me there now.
Hi everyone, it's Moifad. Today we're going to visit a city in Israel. It's named Tel Aviv Yafo, where is the oranges growing in the tree. We're going to make oranges from oranges. We're going to take 2 of orange and we're going to slide it in half. And the time we're going to slide it, if you have in the house juicer machine, you can squeeze it. If you know, you just can use this one. Okay? We're gonna take 1 orange juice and we're gonna mix it. See? No seeds, normal oranges. I'm going to show you how to try also with this one. If you know how the juicer, so I'm going to squeeze. It's a good for you. Press. We're going to pour it here. We're going to pour here together. And we're going to continue with this juicer. Now, we're going to pour the oranges that we make. We're going to take 1 cup, like that. I'm going to put some few icy. And we're going to pour it. Okay. Pour. Now we have a yummy juice from the oranges, and we're going to accept the bracha and we're going to test it. Enjoy and have fun. Happy Chag Atzmaut Sameach. Okay, love you guys. I miss you.
Okay, I am full. Delicious hummus, fresh picked orange juice. I cannot eat another thing. You know, I think I would sink if I tried to go to the beach right now. Unless it was the Dead Sea. Oh, you have to come with me while I visit the Dead Sea. It's such a fun place to go. And no matter how much you just ate, you cannot sink in the Dead Sea. And don't worry about any sharks. The Dead Sea has so much salt, nothing can live in it. So it'll just be you and me. Well, and everyone else that goes to the Dead Sea.
Welcome to Yam HaMelech. We are now at the Dead Sea. We are going to do an experiment to see what things sink and float. Because at the water at the Dead Sea, if you were ever there and you tried swimming in there, you know that that water is full of salt. And the salt in the Dead Sea makes you float. When you go swimming in your swimming pool, if you don't have a floaty on, what happens to you? You sink. But if you go swimming at the Dead Sea,
When I see an area, I think we're now I know it.
right, you don't have your floaty, you sink because there's no water in your pool. But if you go to the Dead Sea, the water is full of salt, and that makes you float all the way to the top, and you can lay down in the water with your feet up and your hands up, and you can float in that water and you won't sink. Okay, so now we're going to do an experiment to see which toys will sink and which toys will float in our regular water. And then we're going to try to see what happens if we put it into our salty water. Okay, so Hannah and Schneur, you're going to help me put the toys inside the water. Let's start with Hannah. Can you pick one of your toys? We have a little cow. Ooh, did it sink or did it float?
Float.
It's floating. Schneur, can you put one of yours in? Camel. Oh, what happened to the camel? He sunk to the bottom. Okay, Hannah, try another one. A frog. And it's a frog that's floating. Schneur, you try one of yours. A boat. It's floating. Oh, the princess is half sinking and half floating. I think she's kind of in the middle. Okay, Schneur, try one of yours now. I'm gonna try one more. And now before we put it in, you guys are gonna guess if you think it's gonna sink or float. Schneur, this toy, do you think it's gonna sink or is it gonna float?
I think it's gonna float.
What do you think, Schneur?
It's floating.
It's floating. Kind of before you put yours in, I want you to guess if it's gonna sink or float. It's a ball. What do you think is gonna happen to it when you put it in?
Float.
Float. You're right. It floated. What about one of yours? Another animal. What do you think is gonna happen? Sink or float?
Sink.
Sink.
No, you have to guess before you do it.
That's okay. So you try yours now. CJ Mass. Sink. Do your last one. A boat. Sink or float? Say before. Do you think it's gonna sink or it's gonna float?
Float.
Float. Ooh, it did float. Okay, and the last one we're gonna do now in this regular water is an egg. Do you guys think this egg is gonna sink or float? Put it in gently because it's raw. Do you think it's gonna sink or float?
I think it's gonna sink.
Sink? It did sink. Hang on. Now the egg in regular water sunk. Now let's try something cool. We have a bucket of water here. We are going to add some salt to the water.
One more tin.
We already put a lot of salt, but we're going to add a little more salt. And now Hannah, who put the egg in there, saw that it sunk. What's going to happen to the egg in
Float.
water with salt? You think
Float.
it's going to sink or float?
Float. Float.
Float. Let's see if you're right. It did float to the top. Thanks so much for joining us at Yam HaMelech, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your trip to the different cities of Israel.
Whew, that was really refreshing. Thanks for coming with me to the Dead Sea. I bet before this you thought that Israel was all desert. Oh my goodness. Now that I say that, I realize that I haven't even taken you to the desert. Come with me to the Negev. Everything in Israel is beautiful, especially its deserts. Let's go try off the Israeli way.
Hey everyone, we're back, and this time we are going to the Negev, to the south, to the desert where it's really hot and there's a lot of sand. And there's a lot of sand to play with. So today we have a sand box. It's a little sand tray with kinetic sand, and I'm going to show you some things you can do with the sand at home if you have your own tray of sand. So here we have a bucket and a shovel that you can play with. You can scoop in, you can put it inside, and you can make sand castles because this stuff is really cool and it sticks. You can make a sand castle. Or you can use some shapes, some cookie shapers and some shapes to flatten your sand, and you can make some shapes out of the sand, and they stay in the shape because the sand is so sticky, and it makes the shape of whatever shape you do. See? So you can do shapes in the sand, or you can bring some of your own toys from home, like cars or animals, and you can play with the sand like that. You guys want to have a go at it? You can use some of the shapes, and you can use your car, and you can play.
Wow, the Negev is definitely beautiful, but very hot. Let's get in the car and turn up the AC as we head off to our next stop. We're going to go visit the IDF soldiers at their base camp. They're hosting a boot camp for all tourists, and we're going to be there. Let's get in shape. There's more yummy food to eat.
Hey, now we're gonna start our little boot camp training. Let's start. Start by walking. Walk faster.
שמעתי שעושים פה מסיבה בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. תשים את שונים. היי, שמעתי שהתחלתם בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. הראש כבר מסתובב כולם בהיי, לא נעצור רק שכולכם משונים. Let me see you move. All day party people, let me see you move. מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה, ונרקוד בטירוף, כי הגיע הזמן לעוף, מעכשיו רק שמחה. משקיעה והצמיחה, משתגענו מודים, אם שותים כן מודים.
Wow, what a workout those IDF soldiers gave us. And I'll tell you what, we're going to need all that energy because today's our last day in Eretz Israel. We have to go and pack. Oh, man, when I think about this trip, we had such a good time. I mean, we got to go to the Negev. We got to float in the Dead Sea. We got to make orange juice and hummus. We got to shop in the shuk. We got to pray and daven in the kotel. What a special, special trip. But I tell you, none of it would have been as special if it wasn't for you guys joining me. So thank you so much. I had such a good time and I will never forget this trip. But again, we do have to go pack. So I will see you in the airport.